Thank you all for being here today. What a great turnout. It's finally here. We're going to have our groundbreaking for the City Center campus. I really appreciate the wonderful turnout for this great event. And it's kind of mixed of whether or not you're happy that it's inside or... So I'm thinking that it's better to be inside today. So I'm so glad that you're all here. So thank you for coming. You know, it's been a long time coming, and I want to thank many people. I want to thank all of you. But first of all, let me start with recognizing some of our elected officials that are here. We're so grateful to have such dedicated people in our community to be our partners with Joliet Junior College. So please join me in making them feel welcome. First of all, I would like to recognize, so if you would stand so we can gaze upon your beautiful faces. First, help me recognize the Mayor of Joliet, Tom Giranti. Next, we have Illinois State Senator from the District 49, Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant. Next is Illinois State Senator from District 43, Pat McGuire. Next, please honor Illinois State Representative from District 86, Larry Walsh, Jr. Next, please welcome Will County Executive Larry Walsh, Sr. Next is Will County Board Speaker Herb Brooks. Will County Board Member Margot McDermott. Will County Board Member Denise Winfrey. Joliet City Councilman John Gurl. Joliet City Councilman Terry Morris. Joliet City Councilwoman Jan Quillman. And we are the great institution of Joliet Junior College because we have an amazing, wonderful, and supportive Board of Trustees. And so please help me in recognizing our trustees that are here with us today. We have Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Trustee Jeff May. Trustee Susan Klenn. Trustee Dan O'Connell. Trustee Bob Wunderlich. Trustee Andy Mahalich. And our student trustee, Keith Bryant. And I would also, at this time, like to recognize a fellow college president. When I have been here less than a year, as all of you know, but my colleagues in the higher ed arena have reached out to me and have been great friends and colleagues, so I want to recognize Brother James Gaffney from Lewis University is here with us. So thank you. So at this time, I would like to have our Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Trustee Jeff May, come up and give a welcome from the Board of Trustees. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We are Joliet Junior College. And if you notice, Joliet's a pretty important part of our name. And we've been here in Joliet for almost 112 years. For more than a century, we've been providing job training and education to the citizens of probably 4 to 5 generations of citizens within this community. Today, we are going to invest $58 million to build a state-of-the-art facility to invest in downtown Joliet, where we're going to put our award-winning culinary arts program, as well as hospitality, job training, and GED. We're going to bring hundreds of students downtown here to Joliet, where they can learn and they can gain skills that can make them productive citizens within this community, and hopefully spend a few dollars on the businesses that are down here as well. So it's an extremely exciting day for us today. And in March, we'll be pouring the concrete and we'll be getting this facility go. So thank you very much for coming.
I have a couple more introductions, so please join me in welcoming Mark Turk from the Will County Board. You stand and wave, Mark. And Brett Gould is president of Joliet Park District Board. As Trustee May said, we have a wonderful history as the nation's first public community college. 112 years old, that's pretty amazing. We also have a wonderful history with the city of Joliet, particularly in the downtown area. When the college was established in 1901, our first location, as you all know, is within the current Joliet Central High School just down the street. And when we separated from the high school district in 1967 and moved out to our current location on Hobart Road, it wasn't long before we were back in the downtown area. In 1980, the college purchased the Renaissance Center, where we are right now, and the adjoining hotel, and formed our current City Center campus. The new City Center campus was designed by DeMonica Kemper Architects. And if you're here from the architects, would you please stand so we can recognize you, and let's give them a round of applause. They designed the 6-story contemporary design, which represents an expression of the vitality that we hope to bring to the downtown community. The front of the building will be 2 stories of light-filled, glass-enclosed lobby that will welcome our students and our communities to our facility. It will include a lab restaurant located adjacent to Chicago Street for the public. And the design includes many sustainable technologies and is targeting LEED Silver certification through the United States Green Building Council. And LEED is the way that we, in public buildings, recognize advancements that we make in energy and environmental design. Our energy efficient systems planned for the building include high efficiency boilers, water efficient plumbing fixtures, which means, low flush toilets, those kinds of things, and efficient kitchen equipment, lots of it since it's culinary arts, and energy efficient lighting. Many of the products incorporated in the building design will contain recycled content, such as the outside of the building and some of the interior finishes. So this is how we work toward our LEED certification. Beyond our new building, we will continue our commitment to restore and renovate this historic space, which was designed in 1925 by the Chicago-based D.H. Burnham and Company. What I found interesting was that the Renaissance Center was originally built for the Joliet Chamber of Commerce and also had a nightclub in it and restaurant, and it featured such great entertainers as Louis Armstrong and Phyllis Diller. So we are proud to preserve this beautiful space and its rich history. In order to build our new building and renovate this area, we need to partner with the city. And they have truly been great partners. The partnership could not be possible without the strong leadership of our city led by our mayor. And with that, I'd like to introduce to you the mayor of Joliet, Thomas Durante. And Mayor Durante is also an alumnus, something we are very proud of, so welcome.
Thank you. In fact, I wore my purple tie. I don't know whose idea it was to have this indoors, but it was a great idea. This morning, some of us were over at the EJ&E, the now CN Intermodal. The only good thing about being outdoors is everybody kept their speeches nice and short because they wanted to get out of there. But anyway, good afternoon, and thank everyone for coming. As a lifelong resident of the city of Joliet, I remember the heydays of downtown Joliet. I remember walking downtown and going to the theater, either the Rialto, the Mode, the Princess, the Orpheum. I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember them, but at the risk of giving my age, I remember driving the drag around downtown Joliet, and they had police on every corner almost directing traffic. Of course, that was before I met my wife, Rose. Okay. You know, everybody's aware of all the attempts made to revitalize downtown Joliet. But I think this is going to go a long way in getting us in the right direction. Construction of the Joliet Gateway Transportation Center to the south, which we start going vertical this spring along with the new junior college building. Between that $40-some million project and the junior college $50-some million project, that's going to go a long way. All we have to do now is figure out how to fill in the spaces in between. But I think all the students that it's going to come to downtown Joliet is really going to help. You know, years ago, we did have a school in downtown Joliet on the north end. It's where the unemployment office is right now. I don't know how many of you remember that. It was Central Junior High. It was not affiliated with Joliet Central. It was a junior high school, District 86. I was pretty young. I vaguely remember it. I know a lot of the parades used to start in their parking lot there. But so this is, school is not new to downtown Joliet. Of course, it is nothing like we're going to have with the new junior college. You know, recently the University of St. Francis has made a commitment to downtown, moving into the Mode Theater. And with this commitment by Joliet Junior College, and we're going to see something that we haven't seen in this area in a long time, the construction of a $50-some million building that we really haven't seen anything like that. We've had some warehouses, etc., but nothing like that. And it's like I say, it's really going to go a long way contributing to the revitalization of downtown Joliet. I want to thank Junior College and the members of the board that are here for their insight and their looking long-term in building this project. I know you have the money and it's going to start. I know you need a little help, but we're going to see if we can do something about that. I know the people that can help you are here with Jennifer and Larry Walsh Jr. But thanks again for investing in downtown Joliet. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Larry, but... So you got mentioned twice. But like I say, this is great. Thank you for investing in downtown Joliet. We're looking forward to working more with you on this project, and we really appreciate you doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Durante. Next, I'd like to introduce to you Greg Werner. He's the Vice President and Chicago Operations General Manager for Mortensen Construction, who will share a few remarks regarding our project.
Thank you and good afternoon. On behalf of Mortensen Construction, I'd like to thank President Daniels, Trustee May, the Mayor, and everyone else gathered here today that's been part of making this project a reality. Mortensen is honored to participate in this project and be a member of a very talented design and construction team that includes Gilbane Construction, DeMonica Kemper Architects, just to name a few. Interestingly enough, back when our company was founded in 1954, it was founded with a single purpose, and that is to build structures and facilities for the advancement of modern society. And I can think of nothing better than what we're going to do here with the Joliet Junior College City Center project that is ultimately going to fulfill that purpose and also create a number of other opportunities. First, as the mayor had mentioned, an opportunity to ignite and revitalize downtown Joliet. Second, opportunities to impact the local community here, whether that's with employment of craft workers, businesses that would be participating as trade contractors or subcontractors in the project. And finally, an opportunity for Joliet to deliver on their mission, which is to educate. President Daniels, you have my personal commitment and those of Mortensen Construction. We're going to get the project delivered on time, within budget, and zero injuries, so each and every person working on this project is going to return home to their families every day. So with that said, we're excited to participate and we're ready to get started. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. I'm writing that down. On time and in budget. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, our City Center campus serves a broad demographic. The college, of course, the college has the culinary arts program here, but we also house, and equally important, the Department of Adult Education and Literacy. We served 3,000 students a year through the GED preparation, which is high school credit, career, and vocational counseling, and English as a second language courses. Last year we awarded 275 GEDs, and many of these students continue their education at JJC, and they become committed employees for the area. Our workforce development provides various services to prepare youth, veterans, and other individuals for entry into the workforce with work readiness preparation. Many of the businesses in the area depend on them for these services. In the past year, our workforce development staff helped many area businesses assess foundational skills of potential employees through the Work Keys assessments. And then let's not forget our culinary arts program. We're known as a leader in culinary arts, which has been split. This program is split between this campus presently and the main campus on Hobart. When the building is finished, this program will be located entirely here. And according to our National Restaurant Association, 1.5 million new jobs have been created in the restaurant industry over the last 10 years, and 1.3 million new jobs are expected to be added over the next decade. So we will be well positioned to serve this community and the new jobs that will be created. Many of our chefs are here, as you'll see along there, and if they will wave, and we could give them a round of applause. So, it's time. It's the time that we've been waiting for. We're going to have our groundbreaking. As you've noticed, it's inside instead of outside. And we wanted to get a little creative, so the culinary arts program made this beautiful cake, kind of a replica of our representing the new building. And at this time, I'm going to ask our trustees to join me down by the cake to do the ceremonial turning of the dirt. Let me thank a few people before I let you go and have some hors d'oeuvres, and to check out our, over in the back corner, are some tables with our programs that you can visit, and there's a chocolate sculpture in the back, don't want to miss that, by our Chef Andy. And let me first thank our resource development staff, and Kelly Roeder, Director of Community Relations, Susie Stockwell and the Renaissance Center staff. Thank you so much for making this happen today. And I'd also like to thank the culinary arts students and the chefs. So if they're here, are some of the students here? Oh, they're coming out with hors d'oeuvres. So let's give them a round of applause loudly so they can hear us. So when you get some food from them, you can quiz them on their classes. I also wanted to mention that culinary arts student, the competition team had a competition last weekend in Ohio, and this was the Ohio State competition that they went to tune up for the Illinois one, and they won first place in the gold medal. You know. Not so good for Ohio, but pretty good for us. So I want to thank you all for being here today and for your support of Joliet Junior College. You are all VIPs to us, so thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you all here when we dedicate the building. So please enjoy hors d'oeuvres, spend some time with the staff and learn about our programs, and enjoy cake too. Thank you.
Daniels, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a great event we've had here today.
Oh, it's been wonderful. Such a good turnout, and everyone is excited about our new City Center campus in downtown Joliet.
It's going to be great, and it's a cold day today for those of you who are watching. Inside it was beautiful, but come the day that we actually see that building, the foundation going in, March, April, did you say?
Yes. We will start actually digging in the ground the end of March, 1st of April, depending on the weather. And also, it takes about 90 days to get steel procured, which means buying it, getting it here for the building. So that's what we're waiting for right now.
I would think that you would be somewhat impressed today. Were you expecting as many people to show up here?
No, we weren't. We were ready for 100, but we had well over that. So we're very thrilled that people would come out today and help us celebrate.
I know that you recognize many of the elected officials from both city and county and state here today, but behind the cameras and in the chairs, business owners, City Center Partnership folks were here. Some of the councilman, Mike Turk, who came in later before being recognized, was here. And so many folks who are alumni of Joliet Junior College coming out, and I had the opportunity, you probably saw it as well at the podium, people with a great deal of pride today.
Yes, yes. People are very interested and excited about this project, and they take great pride in Joliet because many of them have lived here and grown up here, and they've attended Joliet Junior College. Many of them are alumni, so we're very proud of them.
And Mayor Girani took us a little history lesson back to Joliet Central and then to downtown area back in the old days. And he made a very significant remark about the fact that with the addition, let's say 2 years from now, when we have students here from both the culinary art and hospitality department of Joliet Junior College, as well as the literacy and the GED programs, and probably a few other programs will be added at that time.
That's correct. Workforce development will be down here, and we'll also be able to expand those programs so that we'll serve more people.
And I saw Brother Gaffney in the audience, and the fact is that on the north side of this downtown area of Joliet, we have Joliet Junior College, and on just a little bit in the core area of the city in the Rialto building, the University of St. Francis Art Department, and an expansion there going to the old Mode Theater. So we're going to be a college town as well as a NASCAR town, a theater town, a gaming town, a baseball town. I think you'd call it the City of Champions. And we're reporting to you from the great Renaissance Center here that you so beautifully described and illustrated for us. And on behalf of Dr. Daniels and yours truly, we thank you for watching here on Channel 6 JCTV.
I am here with Paige in my dining room. Paige works for the Workforce Development, and she is a director. Paige, the groundbreaking was unbelievably awesome today. Tell me a little bit about your thoughts, your dreams. What are you looking for in the new building?
Well, we're really excited to the large number of people that came out today. This is incredible, and to see this kind of support for downtown Joliet and the services that we offer, and see how much the community really wants this new building and what we're going to bring to downtown Joliet. So I think it's exciting.
Yes, I do too. What does this mean for your students and the people that are enrolled into the classes?
Well, we have a large number of students that come through for workforce development that maybe have lost their job, or they're looking for a job, they've been unemployed for a while, or they need to retrain and learn some new skills. We have our Plus 50 program, people coming back into the workforce. So this will really provide that welcoming atmosphere, the new classrooms that we'll have, the new office space, and I think they'll really feel welcome coming to our location and feel like we really do care about the people we serve.
Now, does this mean more parking?
Well, it's my understanding that there will be more parking at some point, which would be really advantageous for our students. We run a number of classes here in workforce development, and parking can be an issue as it currently is for our students, so this will really help to have a larger parking lot.
So tell me a little bit about the different classes and some of the ways that you are looking to redo once you get into the new building. What is the one thing that you want when you go into the new building?
That's hard to say just one thing, but I can say that out of the programs we offer, it'll be a really nice area for our students to come into that will really feel like they belong, and we'll continue to operate as a cohort where the students are in a group going through classes together. And I think the new building will allow for that very successfully. We have work readiness programs, we have a healthcare bridge program that we offer. We serve youth that may be out of school looking to earn their GED and get back into the workforce. And we also help our veterans through their workforce center too. So I think it'll allow itself for a lot of opportunities for our customers.
It sounds like it, and I'm really excited to be a part of this. Well, thank you very much. If somebody is looking to go back to school and they're just looking at it from their job, why don't you look in the camera and tell your name and your telephone number?
Paige Vanderheiden, Director of Workforce Development at Joliet Junior College, and I can be reached at 815-280-1313.
Thank you, Paige.
Thank you, Susie. Thanks.
We're here with Emma McAllister, and I'm going to let her explain to you exactly what she does here at the college.
Hi, I'm Emily McAllister. I'm the Director of the Department of Adult Education and Literacy at JJC. We serve all of the junior colleges district with GED preparation, high school credit programs, English second language, literacy programs, temporary assistance for needy families program, and that's about it.
So, Emily, what do you think about the college coming here downtown and expanding and building this wonderful new building here in downtown Joliet?
Well, as you can see, I'm an alum of JJC, lifelong resident of Joliet, and I think it's extremely exciting. I got here to this building. They opened in 1980. I've been here since 1982 with the program. So our students are very excited, very thrilled, because right now we're in a converted motel, and it looks like a converted motel. So they're very excited to be in what looks like a college building.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, in your line of work with literacy and everything, are you seeing a trend with the kids today? Are they more, their reading skills? Because I've heard a lot of them have issues with reading, and they don't, they're always texting and watching TV and everything, and some of the reading levels aren't at what they should be. What do you think the trend is, and what are you seeing?
We see really the full gamut. We see kids who left high school needing half a credit, so we help them get their high school diploma. We see kids who left needing almost all their credits, and they work to get their GED. Some do come in with really low levels of reading. Some of our English as a second language students, of course, don't read English very well. Some don't even read their own native language very well. But we have programs that work with all of them, and they make progress. They make great gains. We're so proud of them. We have a graduation ceremony every year. Usually about 100 of our graduates come back to go through the ceremony, whether it was for their GED, their high school diploma, whatever, and then they move on and they register at JJC. We also have staff that help them take all those steps between us and the college.
Now, as far as the children that aren't with their own language, you said, what language you find predominant besides Spanish?
Almost, well, over 90% would be Spanish. I couldn't even hazard a guess to what the next one was. We have such a mix. We have Oriental language and Asian languages and African languages, and they're from everywhere.
So as far as teaching English and everything, how would you help the kids in their own languages? Because I'm sure you can't speak all of those languages, and I don't think you're fluent in Spanish, or are you? So how do you help those children learn or adults actually, to talk with their language in the proper terms?
It depends. We do an assessment, so we know exactly where they're at when they come in. And for those who are at the really low level, we start with basic survival English. What words you have to know to live here, work here, be productive here, and build from there. We have some great textbook companies, great instructors. Some are bilingual, some are not, and it's not required to be bilingual to be an instructor.
No, right.
So we just really, we really pride ourselves from taking anybody from where they are to where they need to go.
Well, that's wonderful, and I'm so happy that you're here today. You could enjoy this wonderful time with us.
Here.
And this great groundbreaking. I was glad it was inside. And
yes, me too. It was very cold.
Cake was a great idea, wasn't it?
Yes. Good dirt.
Good dirt. Well, this is Emily McAllister again, and thank you for being with us today. Well, this is a very busy day for him, but I want to introduce Chef Michael McGreal, who is the head of the department here. So what do you think of all this great hubbub?
What an exciting day. It's like kind of where you saw the old commercials back in the day about gladly pay you on Tuesday. This is finally Tuesday. We're here. We have the groundbreaking for our new facility. It's been a good 4 years in the making, and even many years before that, the thoughts and hopes of a someday we'll have a new shiny facility, and now we're finally moving in that direction. So I can't believe the support we've had from our administration, our board of trustees, and the community. In the city of Joliet, without them, we'd still be in a facility that was built, 45 years ago.
So you're not too excited, right?
No, I think, it's just another day.
Well, as a city council lady, I can't tell you how thrilled we are to have the junior college down here, especially the culinary arts building.
Thank you.
And I've seen the designs, and it's just a real boost to our downtown, and a good revitalization part of it as far as when we get the intermodal in there and everything. It's just going to be fantastic. But I did want to ask you today, I see a lot of the chefs-to-be are running around here with their own specialty hors d'oeuvres. So you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that's Chef Bucci, who's our chef here at the Renaissance campus. This is where he has his classes. So his students were in school today, and he said, hey, let's come up with some fun hors d'oeuvres today. So he's got plays on some of the modern classics. Like he was just telling me, one of them is a chicken parmesan. So it's almost like a chicken sausage that they made, and with a really nice Parmesan cheese, and it's kind of encrusted in this almost like a breadcrumb cracker on the outside, and that doesn't even do justice to how good it is. So
well, I had it. I can tell you,
good,
it's fantastic.
Well, and it's neat for our students because, when you think of Joliet, again, a lot of people really know Joliet for the Joliet Junior College Culinary Arts Program and for the college. And, you know, our program is really well known now across the whole U.S. and internationally, too. So our students are not just preparing for their own jobs here in our community, which is great, but really we're enabling that wherever they may have to go around the globe, they were prepared for a successful industry, you know.
And this is a good place to start, I'll tell you.
It is.
And with everybody watching the Food Channel these days, and Chopped and Iron Chef, and I told that young man that made the Parmesan with the cracker, what was his name?
I think that might have been Timothy Barron.
I told him he should go on that new show. They're going to have one bite.
Yeah, that's the new one. Well, really, that's kind of their thought with this hors d'oeuvre, was to really make it in that one bite type of tasting treat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they did a pretty great job with it.
They did a great job. I had several today, and I'll tell you, just one bite with all the flavors that came out of that, it was just fantastic.
That's great. And, you know, the things they're making really are items that you'd find in the finest restaurants in downtown Chicago. And, you know, people say about coming here, they say, well, you know, if we're going to have a restaurant, then is that bad for other restaurants in the area that we're taking away business? And I really say, like, with our neighbors being the department right next door, we're excited because, you know, Bourbon Street isn't Bourbon Street because it has one or two places to eat. You know, once you make it a destination spot for travel and for tourism and people to gather and have a good time, then this becomes a community that's not just residential, but becomes a place that's happening for people to celebrate their town. And, you know, we know we're going to be a big part of that, and our students that really are going to be the driving force.
Well, absolutely, and I agree. There's always room for another place to eat around here because with all our great restaurants that we already have, you have to wait sometimes, and so it's good to spread the wealth.
Yeah,
so,
and the more that are here, the busier everyone will get.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much today.
Thank you.
This was a culinary delight for me.
Thank you very much, and thanks for all your support, Joliet.
Thank you. Well, we were just talking about what wonderful hors d'oeuvres there were today, and especially with Chef McGreal, who I just interviewed. And I just happened to find Timothy Barron, who made the wonderful chicken parmesan and tomato jam. So tell us a little bit about your concoction today.
Well, what it is it's a force meat with the white meat and the dark meat that have been cooked together. We've cut them out into little rounds, and then a little bit of tomato jam has been placed on top. Cracker has been wrapped around, and then it's topped with a little bit of micro basil just to give it that little bit of hint of freshness at the end, and fresh Parmesan.
Well, I have to say, we were talking about it, and that was one of my favorites today, and I see that they're all gone, so it's probably a favorite of everyone.
Very much so.
So now, how long have you been in the program?
I've been in the program 2.5 years, and I actually just finished up my very last culinary class. I'm just finishing up a couple general electives now.
So what did you think about going to Joliet Junior College here, and what do you think about the future here for the school?
It was fantastic. I honestly would not have gone anywhere else. I feel like it's going to have a fantastically strong future with the chefs that are here teaching and the creativity and pretty much wonders in the food that they bring.
So now what are your plans here for the future?
My future, I'd like to get out there and just cook, gain experience, but really maybe someday come back and teach. I've been inspired by the teachers here because, I mean, with great teachers, you'll have great students and no other way.
So a little bit of giving back.
Just a little bit.
Well, thank you so much, and again, you're going to go far because that was absolutely wonderful, and I told Chef McGreal that you should be on that One Bite, what do you call it? You know, does anybody know the name of that new show?
I'm not sure.
It's One Bite something, but hope to see you on there or Chopped, and you'll win.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, things are winding down a little bit here, but I managed to snag Senator Pat McGuire. Pat, what do you think about this event today?
This is terrific. I think this is a grand slam for downtown Joliet.
Absolutely, I would have to agree. And how about the food?
Oh, the food's terrific. This is the JJC Culinary Arts Program. But more exciting than that, even though I'm a known lover of grub, I mean, consider this project, JJC's expansion in downtown Joliet. It's going to put union construction workers back to work. It's going to increase permanent employment at this facility. It's going to attract jobs and investment to the north end of downtown. And it's going to prepare graduates for jobs in the hospitality industry.
And a great boost to our economy here in Joliet and a good shot in the arm for our downtown area.
Right, so at the north end we'll have the expanded JJC City Center campus, and at the south end we'll have the multimodal transportation center.
Hustling place, the place to be. Well, I know you're busy, Senator, but I just wanted to make sure that we got you on camera so that we can have your opinion on what you thought about this wonderful event today.
I appreciate this.
Okay,
thank you, Jan.
Thank you. Well, now I have the Reverend Herbert Brooks, who is now newly elected to Speaker of the Will County Board. So, Herb, or Reverend, or Speaker, what all these titles?
Call me Herb, Jan.
Okay, Herb.
As old friends.
What was your favorite thing here that you're one bite tasting?
Oh, my goodness. I couldn't stop eating the strawberries over there. And white covered and chocolate covered, so you have to eat both of them.
And politically correct strawberries, I guess.
Right.
So this whole thing today, the groundbreaking for the culinary arts and the expansion of Joliet Junior College, what do you think that means to not only Will County and the city of Joliet, but overall?
I love it overall because what it means, downtown Joliet is still thriving, and there's much great future for it. I'm so happy. And one of the reasons I'm so happy too, Jan, and for you listening audience, the former president, Dr. Gina Prue, this was a vision of hers.
Yes, it was.
And she wasn't able to be here. She passed on. And I know she's looking down this day very proud of the city of Joliet, especially downtown Joliet, to see this vision come to pass. I'm happy with her.
Well, we all are, and that was nice of you to mention her, because she did have quite a vision here for the
did.
city, and it's just a shame that
Right.
things happen, but God had a better plan
Right.
for her.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I appreciate you so much
Thank you.
for this interview, and the new speaker of the Will County Board.
And I'm going back for more strawberries. Thank you very much, Jan.
Okay, don't forget the white and the chocolate.
And the chocolate.
Well, I'm here with Chef Kyle Richardson, and he has some exciting news to tell us about what happened in Ohio recently.
Oh, yeah, we have our culinary hot foods team, made up of students. We traveled to Ohio for their state competition so that we could get a little bit more practice in, and our students came out first place. We beat all the teams in Ohio, and we got a gold medal. So myself and Chef Bucci are the coaches, and we're real proud of the team, and we're gearing up for our state competition in March. And this is our march to the Nationals, so we're hoping to get back to the national finals again for the United States.
Well, I'm sure there'll be no trouble with you getting there, because the food today we had was simply fantastic. So what is your vision now with the new culinary arts being built here, and where would you like to see it go?
Well, you know, I've worked at both campuses, so obviously we're down here at the Renaissance Center, and you know, obviously we just want to see it go up, and seeing that we're the fourth oldest school in the country, and we still have the same facility, that we're real excited about getting a new facility. And it just means growth for us, and it just means more chefs that we can bring in the area, and instead of turning students away, we'll be able to take them in and really turn out the best students.
Oh, with new equipment, that's not going to change the food any, is it? Because it tastes pretty good today.
No, it can only get better.
Okay. Well, Chef, thank you so much, and I think we're going to visit some students back in the kitchen and see what was going on today.
Great. All right, let's go back.
Okay, thank you. Well, I guess at a chef's tasting, you run into the chefs, and here they are. So I'm going to have each one of them introduce themselves, starting with my right.
I'm Chef Mark Mazinski, pastry chef instructor.
Ah, sweet.
Chef Fred Farrar, culinary arts.
Chef Paul Bringus, culinary arts.
Keith Von Hoff, senior instructor.
And Keith, what do you think about this event today?
Oh, I think it's been a long time coming. It's a wonderful thing.
And how long have you worked for the college?
It'll be 29 years.
Good time, and still kicking, right?
That's right, still kicking.
Okay, and how about you, Chef?
I'm the junior instructor, so I've been there for a whole almost 2 years now, 2 semesters, and enjoying my time teaching students of the future. So this is exciting.
And what did you think about the hors d'oeuvres today?
Excellent. Well, you know, Chef Bucci, right? Olympic chef, very well trained, and he always does an excellent job. The hors d'oeuvres were outstanding. Thanks.
I would agree. And you, Chef?
This is my 18th year. I started here at the Renaissance Center for the first few years when I was here, and I love everything. The students did a good job.
They did. And I want to add a little footnote here to Chef Fred. Every year he participates in the United Cerebral Palsy Chef's Tasting and Restaurant Contest, and it's a fundraiser for UCP, and he always donates a fantastic meal, and the bidding always goes very high. And once we get to a certain point, you always have a couple bidders that are trying to outbid each other. So when we get to a certain point, he always stops it and he says he'll do 2 dinners for each bidder, so which always raises double money for UCP. So thank you, Chef Fred, for doing that. And I know he's very modest about that.
Okay.
And you, Chef?
I'm just looking forward to the new building. We have world-class instructors, and we'll have a world-class facility to go with it.
Absolutely. And being downtown with all the new hubbub that's going around, I think it's great for students as well as the city of Joliet and Will County.
It will. It'll be fantastic. They'll be bring new people down and hopefully enjoy our food down here and really put Joliet back on the map.
Can always use another good place to eat. Anything else? Any final comments?
Well, thank you very much, Jan.
All right. Thank you for a wonderful event today. Now, we just met with all their instructors, but this is actually the competition team that won in Ohio recently. So I'm going to have each one of them introduce themselves, starting on my right.
I'm Joe Biskey.
I'm Jackie Adamonis.
I'm Jake Bernard.
And I'm Timothy Barron.
And we already met Timothy, so tell us about the competition a little bit.
It was in Columbus, Ohio. It was their state championship. So we just got invited as kind of a practice run before our state in a couple of months. And just went in there, did the best we could, and came out on top.
Excellent. And what did you think about that competition?
I actually didn't go to Ohio. I am doing the individual event, and I won't compete until regionals in May in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll do quite well.
Thank you.
Oh, well, it was a great experience. Went in, got a gold medal. You know, that's always important. But for us, it's about learning and getting as good as we can before regionals.
Well, very good. I know we're all excited about you, and then there's nationals as well. I was talking to the other. Yeah, nationals and then the regional. Okay, excuse me, I'm not a chef. But did you make anything special for today?
For today, I helped out with the potato terrine and also with the zeppole.
Very good. How about you?
Today I did the play on the hard-boiled deviled egg.
Ah, that was also good. Of course, I tried everything.
I did the oxtail sausage, the fried oxtail sausage with sweet potato puree.
And I have to tell you, all these hors d'oeuvres looked none better than in a fine, exquisite restaurant. These guys did a fantastic job today, and so did Tim. And one last word from Tim?
Have a good night.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Good night. Good luck with your competitions, and thanks for indulging us in this little interview today. You did fine.
Oh, great.
Well, I finally found Susan Stockwell. Everyone knows her as Susie, and she is the Renaissance Center wedding planner and supervisor. Now, Susie, I know it took a lot for you to get me to interview you today, but tables are turned for a change. Tell me, what does this mean for you with the groundbreaking, the new building, and the new center?
Well, I'm very excited because I went back to school a couple years ago to obtain my bachelor's in hospitality, and I recently just signed up for another college. It's a year program that I'll be finishing in 7 weeks because I'm crazy, but I will have my accredited certification in wedding planning diploma. So I'll be having that done by the time my bridal show. And what that means for me is, for years now, I've been trying to put together an internship for Joliet Junior College. I currently work with all the area high schools. They come and they have 40 hours in which, before they graduate, they job shadow me if they're interested in hospitality or culinary. If they're interested in culinary, I so much give them to the chefs, and then they'll come in the front of the house with me for a little bit. But if they're interested in hospitality and they're in high school, those are our future JJC students. So they come down, they shadow me for 40 hours. So my dream, and I just wrote an internship, actually Carol Collins gave me an example from her area high school, and I kind of duplicated it for Joliet Junior College. And what I would like to do once the new building gets set, because they'll all be housed down here, is I would like them to, their last semester, sign up with me for their internship for 16 weeks. Now, what they would do is they would work in the office for 8 weeks, and then the other 8 weeks they would help me develop an event, expedite an event, and then graduate. To me, that's more hands-on than sitting in the classroom and reading a book. So that's where I'm really going to get involved, and to support the chefs.
Absolutely. And I think kids learn better with hands-on experience rather than just sitting in the classroom all day and reading it out of a book, because you can read it all day, but until you actually experience it and go through it and shadow someone with expertise such as yourself, it's really a great learning experience for the students. So you are an easy interview, my darling. Anything else you want to say about this tonight?
No, I just want the public also to know that the Renaissance Center is back in action with the chefs. They are back for the Friday night dinners, the Wednesday buffets. I have a Valentine's Day buffet that I'm doing, and I'm pairing it with a glass of wine. That's going to be Thursday, February 14th. And then on the 17th, just in case you forgot your Valentine's Day because you had to work late, there's no excuses. I made a champagne brunch, so come on down for $13.95. Enjoy omelets made to order, waffles made to order, a chef carved item, and lots of our different scrumptious desserts. And if you have any questions about the Renaissance Center, you can call Susie Stockwell at 815-280-1404. Thanks, Jan.
You are welcome, Susie. And Susie does do a fantastic job down here. She's always here, so I never know when she goes home. But every time I've been here, she's here early in the morning, late at night. So come on down and enjoy a good time on Valentine's Day and for the chef's night out dinner. And thank you, Susie. Finally, we get to interview you.
Thank you.